excited because we had La Tortuga coming up. I did too. We just forget that 9-pitch, 3-strikeout inning. More to Tortuga.
We got Greg Jennings with us now. Greg, good morning. We got to run the no huddle. Let's have some fun. Let's head out to Seattle. Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson. Haven't heard much from the Seahawks all-everything quarterback this preseason. Been a quiet camp after a bit of a whirlwind offseason, but with all that drama behind him, the focus is all on the field and getting the most out of this team in Russ's 10th year in Seattle. Take a listen.
I feel better than ever. I've been training like crazy, as you know, and I've been working my tail off. My mind's more clear than ever. Shane and I have been studying like crazy. I've been working my tail off all off season on the plays and the concepts and everything. I feel in command of everything I want to do. The guys look great. They look tremendous, ready to play. And so we feel very confident in what we can do. And I feel more confident in myself more than ever, and I've always felt like that. You know, I've always felt like, you know, for me, hand me the ball and let's go to work and let's play ball. So that's what I love most. I love the process. Some people don't like the process. Yeah. I don't mind the tough times. I don't mind the hard work. I don't mind the adversity. I don't mind that stuff. I thrive in it.
I know someone that likes the process. Wilds, last year at this time, we had these big expectations for us, and you saw how that all played out. You expect Russ to have the Seahawks in Super Bowl contention this season?
Well, yeah, I hope so. Go Badgers. But I'm a little bit confused, or I should say I'm optimistic about how happy Russ sounds, because part of the process, I guess, Greg, is saying, hey, if you guys don't let me throw the ball more, here are 4 teams that I'd like to be traded to, including the Bears and the Raiders. So I like that this is a good development, but I don't believe, Greg, that if the Seahawks start losing a few games, that the issues that reared their head during the offseason don't start to come back a little bit. I think Russ wants to throw the ball. I think Russ in this NFL top 100 players, he was sending out congratulations to everybody, all of his teammates that were on the list. At the same time, he dropped down from 2 to 12. I think he notices that. I think he's going to come out and have a big game, big season. But if Pete Carroll and him start to sort of disagree on how much they should run the ball, how much they should throw the ball, I think there should be a little friction that affects the team.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. When you think about Russell Wilson and what he said this offseason, that doesn't go away unless you win, Wilds. Like, it is constantly thrown back in your face unless you win. If you start to lose, then now what do you do? And I like Russell Wilson, and I think he's going to have this team ready to go. They've always been a team that we've thought, when healthy, when Russell Wilson is playing at his best, this is a Super Bowl contending team. Defensively is where they have to pick up the slack. But Russell Wilson, when you listen to him, I'm with you, Wilds, you still hear that he wants that ball in his hands. He said it, you know, put the ball in my hands and let me go. Yep. That's what he wants. So you know there's a part of him that is still holding on to that process that he started of letting me cook and let me do what I feel is best for the team versus you guys tell me what's best for the team and then we move forward accordingly. But I don't think Russell Wilson is a confrontational guy. So he'll comply all the way throughout the season and do what he needs to do, but it won't be what he wants to do.
That's right.
All right, let's head out to Dallas. Yesterday, we got more good news about Dak's shoulder as we inch our way closer to the opener, this time from his OC, Kellen Moore, who's basically seen every single pass the quarterback has thrown. Take a listen.
It was awesome to have Dak back. Obviously, in the team setting, that was the biggest thing. He's been around, obviously, each and every day in some capacity. But obviously, having him out there in 11-on-11 is huge. It's great for him. It's great for the morale of everyone on our team, I think, especially for our offense. And I thought he looked great, and we're fired up. We're just playing ball at this point. So we're not looking at anything from a limitation standpoint. We're playing football, and we're getting ready for, obviously, from his standpoint, we're getting ready for the regular season at Tampa Bay.
No limitation, says Kellen Moore. Nick, if Dak is healthy, and I know it's an if at this point, do the Cowboys have the most dangerous offense in the NFL?
No. The Cowboys will have a good to very good passing attack. But let's just assume Dak is fully healthy for all 17 games. They're going to have to fight and claw to be a top 5 offense, let alone the number 1 offense. Like, off the top of my head, Kansas City clearly is a better offense. I think Tennessee could be a dynamic offense, assuming Derrick Henry's still Derrick Henry, the addition of Julio Jones. Cleveland is as well balanced as any offense as there is in the league. That's just in the AFC. In the NFC, I think Seattle and Green Bay immediately come to mind as teams with better offenses. Here's the thing for the Cowboys. Like, do they have a top 3 offensive line? Not anymore. Do they have a top 5 quarterback? No, probably just outside of it. Do they have a top 10 running back? Maybe, barely. Do they have a single top 10 receiver? No, I don't think so. I think now they might have 3 guys in the top 30, but not they don't have a Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, they don't have Amari Cooper's not that. So Wilds, no, I think this will be a good to very good offense, but the best offense, I think they are quite a ways away from being that.
Okay, I think we're going to get a chance to see it pretty soon because opening night, Dallas going into Tampa, they're putting down the banner, and Tom Brady's going to want to put on a laser show. But you know what? If Dak's not on a pitch count, and he threw 58 passes against the Browns last year when they fell behind, I think Dak is going to open it up. I think, Jenna, I'm going to make an early call. We haven't had any calls yet on this whole season.
Let's hear it. Boom,
I'm going to say
boom.
Cowboys over Bucs opening night by a score of 33-28. 33-28 Cowboys
you really
win.
went there.
Mark it down, everybody. Head over to Fox Bet right now.
Really
Make some money on that.
Code word old
What's the
KW. Your
weather
old buddy
gonna be
KW. It's a long
that
code.
night? Yeah.
Code
we head up
word
to Green Bay?
KW.
MVP Aaron Rodgers talked yesterday about his abundance of weapons in the wide receiver room. We don't usually hear him gloat about roster construction or anything, if I'm being honest, but for purposes of this conversation, roster construction. Take a listen.
The other thing that's, that needs probably continued attention is the guys that we got. I've talked about a number of them, but when you look at those 4 receivers that we have at the top of the depth chart, pretty special. You got the best guy in the league. You got 3 incredible role players, and that's said with the utmost amount of respect. Guys who, all 3 of them, as I answered earlier, very settled, stable guys, mentally off the field, and that allows them to be very focused competitors on the field. I think Allen and Marquez and Randall have had really good camps. They each bring a lot of different things to the table, but those guys have been a big part of us kind of gelling on offense. I feel like offensively, perimeter-wise, we've had a really nice camp.
Aaron Rodgers needs to just calm down, said nobody ever. Greg, does Rodgers finally have the weapons he's always wanted?
What was interesting about this is every year we've been like, well, he needs another receiver. He needs more weapons. He needs more depth at that position. But now you listen to him and he's saying, we got what we need.
Nope,
we
we're
got
good.
basically what I need to be successful. And so I'm not going to argue with them. I think that they have a solid core. They all complement each other really well. They all do different things. You obviously got the #1 guy in the National Football League in Devontae Adams. But I think the most important part and piece to this core is MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And the reason why is because he stretches the field, and his confidence, the way he played last year, the plays that he made, if he can catch a lot of those other balls that he did not and just take another step forward, he is the one that will pop off of the tape every time you turn the film on, alongside of Devontae Adams. Randall Cobb is very important to work that middle, and Allen Lazard does a lot of the dirty work, the physical guy, the bruiser, the guy you gotta have in your wide receiver unit room. But MVS, he has speed to burn. And if he is successful and consistent, which is a word that Aaron Rodgers uses when talking about him, he's the one to watch.
So here's the thing. I was just trying to look up the numbers From the last time Aaron Rodgers, I should say, had 4 receivers he really trusted. And I feel like that ended in a Super Bowl and then a 15-1 season. And Greg Jennings was intimately involved in it. You, Jordy, Driver, and James Jones, to me is and tell me if you disagree, Greg, the last time there were 4 guys that he fully trusted on any given play. Now, I'm not saying this is going to have that same result where you guys win a Super Bowl and then the next year you go 15-1. Obviously, playoffs didn't go the way you had hoped. But I do think that this is what Rodgers has been, I don't want to say pining for, but one of the things that Rodgers has been frustrated about is it's felt to him, while they've been trying to develop the younger guys, MVS and Lazard notably, and let Cobb walk out the door, that he had Devontae and then a big drop-off. And obviously there's still a big drop-off between Devontae because he's so good, but Wilds, if he can rely on those other 3 guys consistently, it's going to make Devontae's job much easier, and it's going to make this offense all the more dynamic.
Okay, I totally agree with you, and I agree with you too, Greg. But it reminds me a little bit of Brady, where we knew that the Bucs receiving core was excellent, but Brady still had something in his heart for AB, and they went out and got AB. We know that our old buddy Jake Kummerow still out there in Buffalo. You got to make a move for him, Gutekunst. We know you can't have too many great guys. Let's get Kummerow. I know Beasley might end up just becoming a full-time MC, but the price of Kummerow is going to go up if that happens.